Hello everyone, welcome to today's class. Let's move on to language focus. 1번. He started taking calls from telemarketers and finding out what they had to offer instead of just hanging up as he used to. So today we are looking at used to, as one used to. So we use as one used to make a comparison of contrast with a past habit. Okay. 그래서 used to 무슨 뜻이에요? used to 보통 하곤 했다. 이나 뭐 옛날 했는데 이제 하지 않나요? Okay, 뭐뭐 옛날 했는데 이제는 하지 않나요? So used to, something in the past that you did that you do not do anymore. But usually 보통 이렇게 배웠어요. 그렇죠? 추어 plus used to plus 동사. 그렇죠? I used to play soccer. 나는 축구를 하곤 했다. 이제는 하지 않나요. But in this situation, it's a little bit different. All right, this is simple. But today's language focus, 오늘은 이거는 as one used to, it's like A is 지금 활동, things that we do now, and then 그거 대신에 옛날 거. Let's say B, just to keep it easy. All right. So in this example, let's put this in green. Let's put this in blue. All right, and let's have a look at this example here. These days, so 지금 활동. These days I cook healthy meals. Instead, 뭐뭐 대신에 of eating fast food as I used to. All right. Making it difficult for me. All right. So these days I cook healthy meals. Let's put this in green. Instead of eating fast food like I used to. 요즘 나는 건강한 식사를 요리한다. These days I cook healthy meals. 근데 instead of eating fast food as I used to, 나는 파스트푸드를 먹곤 했다. I used to eat fast food. 그래서 요즘은 예전처럼 패스트푸드를 먹는 대신 건강한 식사를 요리해요. So it's the opposite in Korean grammar. Let's have a look at this one. My cousins and I no longer keep in touch as we used to. So in this situation, we're just actually using this one. All right, so it's going to be just blue. So my cousins and I, 사촌들과 나는 예전처럼 더 이상 연락하지 않는다. So my cousins and I no longer keep in touch as I used to. Keep in touch is what? 연락하다. So usually you can talk about 지금 활동, 그거 대신에 옛날 활동. Or you can just talk about 옛날 거. My cousins and I no longer keep in touch like as we used to. Let's look at 2번 now. Since the companies had clearly violated the law regarding the do not call list, they had little or no choice but to settle with Curie. So, as you can see, have little choice but to express that one cannot avoid doing something. So, let's have a look. Let's move it down here. Okay, little but no choice. Alright. Now the best way I can explain have little but no choice is to put it in like 하는 거 센 달래기 방법이 없다 or 할 수밖에 없다 필수 없다. Like I can't avoid it. 필할 수 없다. I can't avoid it. 할 수밖에 없다. There's nothing else I could do, right? There's no other way. This is what it means to have little choice but to. Example, we have little choice but to cancel the party now that Judy is sick. Judy 아프기 때문에 우리는 파티를 취소하는 거 쇠에는 선택의 여지가 거의 없다. So there's nothing more we can do. There's no other way. We need to cancel the party because Judy is sick. Or if you have already told her you would go, you have little choice but to go. 만약에 내가 이미 그녀에게 가겠다고 말했다면 너는 갈 수밖에 없다. 주어 plus have little choice but to plus 동사. So she has little choice but to go. Alright. 그녀는 갈 수밖에 없다. She has little choice but to go. He has little choice but to stay. Alright. He has no other options. 그래서 he can't go anywhere. Now, let's move on to the language focus quiz. 1번. We're talking about as I used to. As I used to. Remember when we go back up here, it's using like, you can say like 지금 활동 plus 대신 옛날 stuff. Alright? Let's have a look at our language focus. I try to instead of as I used to. A good example might be I try to eat more vegetables instead of, now we need an opposite, 반대로. Let's say, just eating junk food. As I used to. I try to eat more vegetables instead of just eating junk food as I used to. 나는 예전처럼 정크푸드를 먹는 대신 야채를 더 먹으라고 해요. Alright. So this is the thing I used to do. This is the thing I do now. Sadly, no longer, as they used to. Sadly, that restaurant no longer, let's say, has my favorite burger as they used to. Alright? 수프게도 그 식당에는 예전처럼 내가 가장 좋아하는 버거가 더 이상 없어. So, 옛날에 있었는데 가장 좋아하는 버거 팔렸는데 이제는 안 팔아요. Which is sad. That's why we use sadly. Okay, 3번. We are talking about have little choice but. Remember we talked about up here. 하는 것엔 달리 방법이 없다, 할 수밖에 없다, 피할 수 없다 이런 뜻이. When I was in elementary school, I had little choice but to just, let's say, sit and learn. There's no other choice, right? 초등학교 때는 앉아서 배우는 수밖에 없었어요. I hated elementary school. 4번. If you, you will have little choice but to, If you go to the party, you will have little choice but to talk to people you don't like. 그 파티에 가면 당신이 좋아하지 않은 사람들과 이야기하는 것에 이야기하는 것 외에는 선택의 여지가 거의 없을 거예요. Okay, maybe you don't want to go to the party. Alright, so now let's move on to the further discussion. 1번. Does your country have a national do not call list? If so, what happens if a telemarketer calls a number on that list? 당신 나라에는 국가별 통화 금지 목록이 있습니까? 만약에 그렇다면 텔레마케터가 목록에 있는 번호로 전화를 걸면 어떻게 해야 되는가요? In Korea, 한국에서는 있습니다. 호주에서는 아마 있을 것 같아요. But the punishment I'm not aware of. The company could face charges, but I feel like in Korea that won't happen. There has been many cases in Korea where I've reported things and no one ever follows up on them. It's not a big deal here in Korea, unless you continuously complain. But I hear if you put your number in the do not call list and you still get calls, it could be a scam, so don't answer it. 2번. Why do people get angry about receiving telemarketing calls? 사람들은 왜 텔레마케팅 전화를 받는 것에 대해 화를 낼까? 바빠서? Because people are busy. They don't want to talk to people when they are busy. Usually people don't buy anything from telemarketers. So it's wasting their time. 시간 낭비예요. Those are the main reasons why I get upset. 근데 저는 전화를 받으면 I just wait and see who says something on the other line. As soon as they answer, 텔레마케 있다면 그냥 전화를 끊다. Like I finish the call. I don't want to deal with them. Anyway, that wraps it up for today's lesson, review, and we will see you on the next lesson.
Dive bar.
Dive bar.
Clientele.
Clientele.
Sue.
Sue.
Settle.
Settle.
Unwittingly.
Unwittingly.
Nostalgic.
Nostalgic.